Greeting, welcome to day 2 of the Be Like Jane Nature Journaling Challenge. Today I brought you out in the field with me to talk about field sketching and field notes. You know, when Jane first went to Gombe National Park in Tanzania in 1960, she was a lot like you. She wasn't a trained scientist. She certainly wasn't an artist. She just knew that she wanted to learn everything she could about the behavior of the chimpanzees. And she was going to document what she saw in a journal. So she took copious field notes. And that's what I'm going to do today. Even though it's only 29 degrees today, I'm going to be watching these waterfowl. There's a wide variety of them here today. So I'd like you to take a journal page of field notes observing any kind of animal. It could be your animal companion, your pet, could be a bird in the backyard, could even be an ant or a spider in your house if it's too cold to go outside. But I want you to try to journal in the style of Jane. She wrote lots and lots of handwritten notes. She used all of her senses. She wasn't afraid to name her animals and do some anthropomorphizing. She wasn't afraid to ask questions and be wrong. She was always had a keen sense of detail. She had a sense of wonder and she noticed everything. And her sketches were quite simple and symbolic. So you're not trying to be realistic here. You're just trying to get down simple behaviors, postures, anything to document what you see. Of course, Jane Goodall documented lots of new things about the chimps she saw, like using tools and the fact that they had unique personalities and really strong mother-infant bonds. They even went to war together or against each other, and they had a big sense of compassion for each other. That was just a few of the things she noticed in her field journals. Jane also documented that the chimpanzees were able to express very deep grief, as well as elation and joy and compassion. She was also among the first to really notice that they were omnivores, and they even hunted for meat. And of course, to be like Jane, you have to have a really good sense of patience. She had incredible patience to wait until she saw behaviors. And she always noted whether she thought that her presence affected their behaviors. So I hope you enjoy trying to create a field journal in the style of Jane, using all 5 of your senses and really noticing every detail about the animals' behaviors and interactions with each other, and not being afraid to really be patient and wait and watch, and to not be afraid to admit when you don't know anything. And to use your sense of wonder. Ask lots of questions about the who, the what, the when, the where, and the why. In her field notes, Jane also made sure to include all the metadata so that her pages would really be scientific. They'd stand up to scientific scrutiny. So metadata includes the date, the time, the location, the weather, and the names of the individuals as well, because of course she got to know the individual chimpanzees and she named it as well. She also had very detailed time stamps for each of the observations. Now you may have heard or seen this amazing kingfisher vocalizing and flying by. And so one thing I could notice about it is that it always vocalizes when it flies. It often comes back to the same perch. And of course it's hunting here on the Deschutes River for small fish and insects. So that's one of the kinds of things you can make sure to note in your field notebooks. So I hope you liked today's challenge, and I can't wait to see what you come up with. Post it in the comments below. See you later. Bye.